Hey everybody, just a quick little swimming pool project here. I've got two unions that I bought, and what I want to do is I want to cut my input and output line coming out of the heater, put two unions in, and that'll give me some flexibility to actually uncouple a section of pipe from the heater and make sure that it's got no water in it for winterization purposes. So the first thing you need to understand with a union is that it's two pieces of pipe that'll be joined together, and there's a gasket that will attach these as it screws in, right? There's a gasket. So now, this is a Schedule 40 union, and that means this is about an inch and a quarter compared to 3/4 of an inch that a normal fitting, about inch and a half compared to inch and a half. It's an inch and a half compared to the 3/4 of an inch that is like with a drain type of PVC. So that's important. Now, inside here, I want you to take a look inside here. There's a lip that's going to hit the pipe on this side, and then there's another lip that's going to hit the pipe on that side. So we can probably stretch our plumbing. Now I measured what this distance is here, and this is actually 3/4 of an inch. You can't see that, I can see it, but this separation here is 3/4 of an inch. All right, so to do this properly, I can either stretch my pipe and it's going to be fine, and it probably will because it's very small. It's only from here to here, 3/4 of an inch. Or I can actually cut 3/4 of an inch of a section out of the pipe I'm going to go work with. To start with, I'm going to go mark the area that I'm going to be cutting, and I'll probably put these in tomorrow. It's going to be equally as nice a day as today. So let's go over to get set up and make our marks, and I'll show you more about what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I'm going to just kind of get behind here and show you what I'm talking about. So I want to have a way to be able to separate here and here the plumbing, so I can actually be able to loosen this up and take this section of pipe right out. I probably should have made this a little longer. It would have been naturally good to have it here. I don't know if I can do that now the way I'm set up, because I want to make sure that this line here is completely free of water for the winter. And also, once I take that out, I'll be able to tip the pool heater back a little bit and make sure there's no water left in it. That's kind of an important thing. So as far as how I'm going to do this and where I'm going to do it, so it looks like I'm going to be making one cut here. I'm going to make a cut right here on this line. And it looks like the best other place to make a cut, I have one cut mark on the pipe right in there, and the other cut mark on the pipe right down here. So on this back pipe, I want to cut out a 3/4 of an inch section. So I'm going to measure 3/4 of an inch. It's going to be rough approximate. That's 3/4 of an inch right there. one sec. We'll cut there and then we'll measure 3/4 of an inch. There's that 3/4 of an inch there. So let's make the first cut over here too. I really don't think I can get in here. No, I can't. It's a little bit off, but it's not so bad. So now we'll do over here. There we go. We cut into it. All right, that's that cut. And in this case here, I can probably, no I can't. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to need to make another cut there because I got some flexibility in this pipe here. There we go. Okay, I got the glue out. Make sure I can take the top of it off. So in this particular case, I'm going to prime both of these pieces. And I've got my glue here. Now I'm using a clear glue because I don't want to see any staining over there. So that's loosened. This is called the unpurple primer. And the reason for this, it's not heavy stained purple like you see on this jar. It's a very, very, very light purple. Just got this little kneeler to put down so I just don't drip any stuff on here. So in this case here, I'm going to prime the inside of both of these unions. This is like a cleaner and a prep. I'm going to shake this up just to make sure it's okay. There we go. We'll just do it again. And that's just a cleaner. That's what they call a primer. It's just a cleaner and a primer. We'll do that on both of these. That makes sure the plastic is absolutely free of dirt. No dirt at all. And that dries really quick. Very, very quick. So while that's drying, which it already probably is, let's go back over there. I'm going to prime the other, actually 4 sections of pipe now because I have them separated. Let's go take care of those. And then we'll come back and get ready to glue these up. Got that primed. This is primed. So it's a cleaner primer. That's done well. There we go. Might be a little overkill, but that's okay. Now we're going to do this one over here. That side's primed, and this side will be primed now. You can see it's gotten a lot cleaner looking. Now let's go get our other pieces and we'll start gluing things up. Now right now I'm going to use a heavy duty clear PVC cement. And that way I won't have these joints showing up as dark blue, which I should have thought of when I did this whole thing, but I didn't. Now, what we have to start here with, we have to take this apart. There's going to be 2 halves. There's a half like this, and there's a half with a collar on it. We can't lose sight of the fact where the collar is, okay? So what's going to happen is that collar is going to go down over this pipe here. Right like this. And then this is going to go over here, and we'll have some kind of force to tighten that up with. So let's get our glue ready here and do our first thing. That's going to go on like this now, with our collar down here. I'm going to put the glue inside here first. Okay? And then we're going to put the glue on this piece. And then we're going to push it together and hold it for a few seconds. That's all the way in there now. Give it a little twist and we hold it till it sets. Alright. Now, if I then put this collar on here, we'd have to completely undo everything and redo everything from the start. That would not be cool, right? So now, we are going to do the underneath piece and then we'll be all set to go. Now this has just the threads on it. The collar's already on the other side. So we're going to prep both these pieces and glue them together, just like I did the last time. But I'm going to just move this out of the way a little bit. See what I'm working on? Just see what I'm working on. All right, like that. That's out of my way. So let's get our glue on this first. Okay. And then we'll put the glue in the joint inside of this, and I'll put that down over there. Okay, here we go. Yeah, now we just hold it. And that's all we got to do. That one's done. Okay. This other one might be a little tougher. A little bit tougher. I don't think I have that much flexibility on this side over here. I might. I might. So we're going to try to put this piece underneath here first. Like that. All right. With the glue under here, and then we're going to glue this piece and slip it on. There we go. Okay. Now on this last piece, just remember, the collar goes on first. We have to have the collar on first before we put this piece in. So now we're going to glue up both sides of this. There we go. Now that's all done. That'll slide right into place nice when we're ready to put it together. I'm just going to let it dry up overnight, although I don't have to. I just like to. Tomorrow, we'll take that other section of pipe out, make sure there's no water in it, tilt this back to drain it, tilt the heater back to drain it, put it all back together, and that'll be all winterized. So there you have it, guys. Just needed a little glue, a little primer, Made a couple of cuts with that a 2-inch PVC cutting tool. Now this is something I typically don't do. I've done it a bunch this summer, but even though this might be new to you and you're afraid to try it, you see somebody with a lot of inexperience actually doing this. So I hope I've given you a vote of confidence to be able to try these little small things on your own, because I'm certainly sure you're capable of doing it, and sometimes you just need the confidence to get it done. That's like I have a son that doesn't like to try things, but I'll work with him, I'll teach him. You know, he was very afraid of doing painting, but I taught him how to paint, which is not a hard thing to do, but just reinforcing somebody that they can do it and do a good job at it, regardless of what they think, gives them the confidence to move on and actually do these things. Same thing with oil and filter changes, same thing with work on the car, same thing with rotating your tires. These little things, little steps you teach people, show them how to do it, they can actually go do it themselves once they see somebody do it. And kind of, sometimes with me, I'll tackle things that I've never seen before or done before. I'll watch a video 15 or 20 times in my head. I say, okay, what's the next step? How am I going to do this? What's going to happen now? And then I move forward with it. But the bottom line is, you've watched this, you may have learned something. You might think I'm stupid trying what I do. I may not be 100% right all the time, but I do know stuff. I'm going to be 69 in November, so I've done a lot of stuff in my life, work related, learning things, and I have no fear of that. So God bless. I hope you all had a great summer. I want to thank you for spending the time watching what's going on here at what we call our resort. All the projects we've gotten done, all the pool work, all the installations, swimming pool related videos this year. And now at the end of the season here, we're having our pool remodeled. And honestly, next year, I'm going to redo all that plumbing that you saw back there, just to make sure I'm happy with it. And I want to get rid of all that dark purple primer and the blue glue, and use the clear stuff and the unpurple primer. So that's where I'm headed. God bless. I hope you have a great fall. Stay tuned, and give me a shout out if you want to know anything. Take care.